Good morning from Thorpe Park, where it's Friday the 25th of March 2022 and it's opening day. Time for my first visit, stepping onto the island like no other of the year, and I'm really looking forward to getting in there, getting back on all of my favourite rides, and of course checking out the various different changes throughout the park for this year as well. And I've got to say, following on with the theme of the past week with all these openings, the weather is absolutely gorgeous today. The sun is shining, nice blue sky, absolutely perfect for getting round, getting on the rides, and of course bringing you lots of different footage from inside the park. It is a weekday today, like I say, it's a Friday, and that's the beauty of Thorpe Park and the other Merlin parks down south. They open on a weekday. At Alton Towers last week, they open on a Saturday every year, you know, and it's always heaving, and it's also a lot harder for the staff. Opening on these weekdays is great for us for getting on the rides, but also eases the staff nicely into the season as well, which I think is great. Instead of going straight in with a busy opening day, open on a weekday, crowds are a lot lighter. So come and join me here at an island like no other, Thorpe Park opening day 2022. Let's get inside. Oh, what a perfect day for getting back on all the different rides. And yes, loads of events to enjoy this year at Thorpe Park. Can't wait for Mardi Gras, of course Carnival coming up this summer as well. Very exciting. And yeah, there's been quite a few changes to look at throughout the park. Lots of refreshing, which is always good to see. In through the turnstiles now then, and crossing over the bridge into the dome. Park hours today, 10 AM through until 5 PM. And like I say, I don't think it's going to be too busy today, or at least much quieter than it will be at the weekend. So should get plenty of rides in, or at least I'm hoping so. Here inside the dome then now, and yeah, it looks nice and fresh in here. And there's a look at all of the events for this year. Of course, here on Theme Park Worldwide, we will be coming to all of the different events at Thorpe Park this year. Can't wait for Mardi Gras and Carnival though. I think they are going to be absolutely awesome. Just off to the left, Infinity has been renamed to Vibes Bar and Kitchen, that you can see just over there. I'm sure they're always renaming that restaurant. But yeah, I'm going to make my way outside just here now. Of course, I'm going to see some of the first changes that we're going to see just out the front of the dome, and also look off to the right and see my favourite ride here at the park. Absolutely love it. It opened here 10 years ago, 2012. It is the Swarm, the first wing coaster to open in the UK. Oh, there it is. So yeah, 10 years old this year. Time goes by so quick when you're having fun, doesn't it? And yeah, I always remember watching the build of this ride and coming here on the opening day 10 years ago, falling in love with it. And yeah, still my favourite ride here at Thorpe Park. I absolutely love it. There it is, the Swarm, and that's going my first ride today, hasn't it? But yeah, down here on the right hand side, in terms of updates, they're actually putting in a new play area. Fun fact for you, there used to be one down there back in the olden days of Thorpe Park. So yeah, they're putting in a brand new play area, and that's currently under construction at the moment, so that's good to see. And yeah, in terms of the general view from here, this looks much clearer now, because you used to have a little building down here. It's been used for all sorts over the years. At one point it was like a photo unit for depth charge. More recently it sold fast tracks and various other items. But yeah, that's been completely demolished now. So to be honest, it looks a lot fresher here, meaning that you get some much better views over towards Nemesis Inferno, Detonator, Tidal Wave and Stealth just over there. But yeah, I think with it being 10 years old this year, got to start off my day with a ride over on the Swarm on this beautiful day. So it's just gone 10 o'clock and the Swarm is now open for the day. And yeah, I'm liking the new signage just up here. This is really cool to see. And yeah, all across the bridge just here as well. All these little details go a long way. And yeah, it seems like there's been lots of changes throughout Thorpe Park. So yeah, looking forward to covering those and seeing them throughout the day. But yeah, I had to come and start on this ride. I love it so much. I really miss it over winter, the Swarm. I really crave this ride so much. It is one of my favourite coasters in the UK. It's a top 3 UK coaster for me. Obviously right at the top is Icon, then this, and then Nemesis at Alton Towers, all in my top 3. So it's always nice to step back into this part of the park and get on here. And yeah, it looks really fresh around here actually, loads of new signage. I say really fresh, obviously the area is all about destruction anyway. However, yeah, what they've done, just kind of looking after it all, some new signage around. Yeah, it looks really cool. ride of the season there on the Swarm. I absolutely adore that coaster. 10 years old, and I've missed it so much over winter, so it's always great to get back on there. It's so much more than just a roller coaster experience. It's all the theming around, the near misses, and of course they're really important on a wing coaster. As you're going round, you head through the billboard, the plane wing, the helicopter spinning round. Oh, it all just comes together in an absolutely awesome experience. I love that ride so much. I know that was the last major coaster to open here, and it was 10 years ago, but at least with Project Exodus, subject to planning permission, there's going to be a huge new ride over on the other side of the park in 2024, and of course I'll talk more about that later on in the video. But yeah, great start to the day, 5-minute wait for the Swarm. Hopefully the low queues are going to continue as I make my way round towards Stealth. Let's go. Absolutely stunning weather today for opening day 2022 here at Thorpe Park. And yeah, down here at Amity Beach now. And yeah, just another update for you. They've actually removed the old body slides that used to be known as Wet, 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 just off to the left-hand side there. And yeah, they've not been in operation for a while. So to be honest, I'm glad they've got rid of those because it's tidied it up a bit round here now. It's these little projects, it's something that's not in use anymore. Get it gone, tidies up the area, and yeah, it just makes the beach look even nicer down here now. Yeah, can't wait to get back on there in the summer. No matter where you are inside the park, the Swarm always looks great, doesn't it? However, one of my favourite views is here inside Amity. Looking out there, behind all the collapsed buildings of Tidal Wave just here. And yeah, we've had some new Tidal Wave updates for this year. Also, I just missed it on camera. However, Stealth nearly rolled back. It went so slow just over the top. It was crazy how slow it was. Yeah, it was honestly, it was nearly a rollback. But yeah, I couldn't get the camera out in time to capture it. But yeah, in terms of updates here on Tidal Wave, the boats have been completely repainted. Looks a bit like it used to there with the colour scheme. Really nice. Here she comes. Oh, what a great day for it as well. I don't blame them for going on. I may even have a ride later. Or shall I be mean and save it for when Charlotte comes down with me soon? But yeah, I couldn't believe that just with Stealth. Honestly, it was so close. Obviously, it's all designed perfectly safe for if it to roll back. Basically, the launch mechanism and the fins. Oh, here we go. See that? Oh, much faster that time. Yeah, all come back up and, of course, act as a brake for the ride. So yeah, it's perfectly safe. However, yeah, it was so close to rolling back, just crazy. And talking of those events that I mentioned earlier in the vlog, yeah, they've actually got a stage set up here in Amity as well, which looks really nice. Yeah, kind of following the Thorpe Park branding just there, with all the blue and orange, which is fantastic to see. Right, let's go and have a ride on Stealth. Oh, I love this area of the park. It's all the music and the theming, the Amity Hotel just up there. Oh, it's a really underappreciated themed area this is. I love it so much. Much better than nearby Angry Birds Land anyway. Oh, it's always great to see that 205-foot tall top hat again. An absolutely awesome ride. And yeah, they've actually replaced the cue board for this year. I was looking over here at the entrance where it used to be thinking, oh, that's weird, what's the queue time? Then realised, yeah, it's moved off to the right-hand side now. 15 minutes, there we go. So it's during the queue for Stealth. Oh, absolutely love this. Oh, and the Sunken Garden's back open as well. Brilliant. So yeah, just here in the queue for Stealth. And yeah, they've actually cleared quite a few trees just off to the left. We need to get some awesome views now, looking over towards the Swarm, which is really nice. Kind of looks like it did 10 years ago, to be honest. Maybe that's why they've done it. Or maybe the trees just needed clearing a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool. We get some much better photos and videos now from Stealth's queue. A beast of a coaster, isn't it? Stealth here at Thorpe Park, 15-minute wait, and absolutely awesome that was. And yeah, I'm loving being in the queue now and looking over towards the Swarm. That just makes the queue go even quicker, looking over at that awesome coaster too. But yeah, with Stealth, 0 to 80 miles an hour in 1.9 seconds. Really intense launch. Was at the back of the train there as well. My favourite seat on that ride, just for the sheer power and feeling the acceleration, especially as you come down towards the end of the launch track and into this section here. Oh, on the back row. It just whips you straight up that 205-foot tall top hat. Absolutely awesome ride, Stealthers, and always great to get back on it here at Thorpe Park. So whilst I'm still around here at the Amity Speedway, just thought I'd show you the work they've done here in the sunken garden. Yeah, tidied it all up a little bit, replaced the fencing, and also they've moved the Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial, of course the Loggers Leap boat here, that was on display in Old Town, round here to the sunken garden. And yeah, it fits in a lot better here. You can see they've redone the planting, and yeah, it looks really nice. Obviously Loggers Leap, a former attraction here at the park, and Diana, Princess of Wales, did ride Loggers Leap. There's footage of her on the ride, of course, with Prince Harry and William as well. So yeah, it's always nice that Thorpe Park kind of had this memorial to Diana, Princess of Wales. And yeah, of course, they've now moved that down here into the sunken garden because of the Project Exodus construction site. But yeah, I think it looks really nice down here, and of course it's a huge part of the park's history. So I've made my way now over here into the Lost City, and oh, look at Colossus go there through the Cobra Roll. Special ride, Colossus, because it's 20 years old this year, and to celebrate, Thorpe Park I've actually put this huge sign up just here, hashtag Colossus, a brilliant photo opportunity, as you can see there, in a much more prominent position than where it was before. It was actually round the back by Vortex. Yeah, really nice here with Colossus, and of course the backdrop of Rush there as well. Oh, look at this, 20 years of Colossus. Oh, I love that. So yeah, on the hashtag itself, yeah, they put Colossus 20 years on there, and of course you got all the awesome branding all the way across Thorpe Park itself. So yeah, like I say, the sign was used last year, like at Fright Nights, and throughout the year they put different branding on. But yeah, they've moved it around here, and this year put all this Colossus branding on, and I've got to say, it looks fantastic. But yeah, the ride opened back in 2002 as the world's first 10 looping roller coaster. Crazy, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna go and have a ride. I think it's really nice to see Thorpe Park caring a little bit more about their appearance, just putting signs like this around the park, informing guests that the area looks a little bit rough around Colossus, thanks to Storm Eunice, of course a huge storm we had a few weeks ago. And yeah, of course Colossus will be back to her former glory soon. But yeah, I've seen a few little signs like this around, and I think it's really nice how they're caring more about their appearance, which is always good to see. We're going to have a ride now on Colossus. I love this coaster a bit. I think it's the nostalgia of it for me. I was here when it opened with my dad, and yeah, it's just so nice always getting back on it. A fantastic coaster, 2002 special, still going strong. I love it. I do miss the old soundtrack though. I'm not a fan of the reworked music. I just much preferred the original. Would have been nice for 20 years if they could have brought that back. It's actually a little bit busier than I was expecting today. It was an advertised queue time of 60 minutes for Colossus. However, I waited about 45. But yeah, it was good to get back on there. I love that coaster to bits. I know a lot of people give it some stick and say that it's too rough. Myself, I don't find it too uncomfortable. I think it all depends on where you ride. The weather as well has a big part of it. But to be honest, I thought it was riding really nice there today. I've got to say though, it seems noisier than ever. I think that's because of the wheel components on there. But yeah, they've obviously changed the wheels. I'll tell you what though, it was cracking to get back on there. Brilliant coaster, 20 years old, and you've got to think that was a very revolutionary ride back in 2002, with it being the world's first 10 looping coaster as they branded it, and of course 10 inversions on there. Great ride, fantastic layout, and 20 years later, of course, at Flamingo Land later this year in Yorkshire, we're going to be getting on their version of it that's going to feature lap bars and, of course, a slightly different layout with the profiling on there, only slightly different, but it's good to see it. That's going to ride really nice, opening later this year at Flamingo Land. Yeah, quite funny really, in the 20th year of Colossus at Thorpe Park. I tell you what though, Sammy Ride behind me there, looks like it's running not too bad. May have to go on there later on, but first I'm going to head down to Soar, advertised at 30 minutes. I do have such a soft spot for Samurai, I really do, yeah, 20-minute wait, so yeah, I'll definitely try and get a ride in on there later on. Trying to get round, get the big 5 coasters in first. What a gorgeous day for it though. Yeah, look at Soar the Ride just there. Of course, but it's beyond vertical drop. Yeah, let's head down here and get in the queue. There's Jigsaw down there, here we go. Up to the station we go for Soar the Ride. Yeah, I've been waiting about 40 minutes or so. Shouldn't be too long up here in the station, so yeah, a little bit more than advertised. Just under 50 minutes there for a ride on Soar, a little bit longer than I was expecting. However, it wasn't actually riding too bad. It was on the front row on the outer seats, and yeah, normally, especially when you come down into that dive loop, it's pretty rough and you can feel the train shaking. To be honest, I've not come off with a sore head from Soar today, but it was great to get back on there. I quite enjoyed it actually. Maybe it's just because I've not been on it for quite a few months over winter. Now I did feel like it was riding a little bit better. Again, maybe they've changed some of the wheels on there. It's early season, of course these rides have just had an extensive strip down, all the big maintenance being done over winter, and yeah, you can really feel that with Soar. I thought it was riding great. I tell you what, it's really good to see some entertainment here at Thorpe Park. Look at this, hey! Love it. Oh wow, the vibes are great. That's what you want to see. How you doing? Bit of a conga going on through the park. Whee! Oh, brilliant. Oh, love it. How cool is this? And yeah, talking of entertainment and events, great to see all the posters up around here advertising the events for this year. Of course, Mardi Gras and Carnival, both new for 2022 here at Thorpe Park. He's enjoying that beer there, isn't he? And that'll be us later in the year, of course, at Oktoberfest. But yeah, of course, Fright Night is back as well. An action-packed year of events. And yes, this used to be the area known as Old Town. But yeah, it's all now closed off, ready for, hopefully, Project Exodus, of course, subject to planning permission. But yeah, Old Town did also feature a few different rides last year. They had the timber tugboat that was in there, that's gone to Chessington. Along with that lumber jump, that's been relocated to another area of the park. So we'll check that out. It's been rethemed to a ride called High Striker. And then along with that as well, unfortunately, the Rocky Express. I don't think that's going anywhere, sadly. It seems like that's come to the end of its life, which is a shame. However, yeah, all the fences are blocked off here for Project Exodus, subject to planning permission. Now, Project Exodus is set to be 236 foot tall, making it the tallest roller coaster anywhere in the UK, higher than the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Along with that, it's expected to open in 2024, which means this time next year, construction is really going to be progressing on the site. And yeah, we're going to be bringing you lots of updates here on Theme Park Worldwide, so stay tuned for that. Of course, much like the new coaster Project Amazon at Chessington, I'll be down here filming regular updates, keeping you up to date on everything that's going on. In terms of at the moment, not a lot's really changed on the other side of the wall, other than the removal, of course, of the 2 flat rides off to the right. Rocket Express is still in place. I could see that from when I was over on my ride on Soar. And also as well, all the parts of Vloggers Leap that still remain are still there at the moment too. It is still pending planning permission, but I'd imagine as soon as that's been granted, or fingers crossed it's been granted, we're really going to start to see work pick up on the site. Lots of clearance to be done first, and then of course later next year we're going to be seeing yeah, this ride really shooting up here at Thorpe Park. Very exciting, and we'll bring you all the latest updates here on Theme Park Worldwide. That's Project Exodus, a complete redo of the former Old Town area, and I'm really looking forward to it. Long overdue new roller coaster for this park. Just made me sad still seeing the slammer sat there, and obviously on them original plans for the coaster, we're actually going to see it extend out here onto the slammer's site. Obviously with the revised layout and different ride they've got planned now for Exodus, yeah, it doesn't actually extend out to this point, but I'd still love to see them remove the slammer at some point. It makes me sad to see it sat there, even though the queue line is used for the Black Mirror Labyrinth. Now with this attraction, before you needed to actually come here and get a time slot and scan a QR code. That isn't the case now. All you need to do is head to the attraction and queue up for it. But yeah, that's literally a walkthrough with all projections, and yeah, it's quite a cool experience. I did do a video from inside on the channel when it opened, so yeah, make sure you check it out. Oh, it's good to see Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride still going strong here at Thorpe Park. Childhood classic, and yeah, you can see it a little bit better now. It took quite a few trees down around it. I imagine again that was some of the storm damage, but actually I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing because you can see it a lot more now, and yeah, it just looks nice. It really does. Great ride, childhood classic for me. Darren Brown's Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon. Of course, that's open this year again. And yes, you do need to still get a time ticket. So I mentioned just how you don't need to for Black Mirror Labyrinth. You do for Darren Brown. So yeah, you literally scan a QR code on the board out the front of the entrance and get a time ticket. But yeah, it's an advertised queue time of 15 minutes now. So obviously anybody that's got a time ticket for this time just comes back and then wait 15 minutes. I've got one for later on. I've just scanned the QR code. 4:30, so yeah, I'll probably be making that my last attraction today here at Thorpe Park. Yeah, on the back of the arcade just over here, they've actually yeah, done some more painting. Obviously you've got the mural over there on the wall that I've got to be honest, I'm really not a fan of, but yeah, they've actually painted up the sides now, so I'd say it looks better than it did before, having the two sides painted. However, I still wish they'd just done the building in a really nice style, or of course to fit with the dockyard area that we're in. How this kind of fits with the dockyard, I'm not too sure to be honest, but yeah, I would have just liked the building to have been nicely themed. That would have looked nicer for me, you know, and just fit in more with all the kind of theming around here, and especially like with the Ghost Train being really well themed opposite. Yeah, I think it just would have been nice if yeah, that was themed in, but at least they've painted up the sides, and that looks quite nice. But yeah, it's still not my sort of thing, that with the mural. Right, up next, Nemesis Inferno. Oh, it's always great to hear that B&M roar. Love the soundtrack to this ride as well. Opened in 2003. Tell you what, there were a couple of great years for Thorpe Park, they were, weren't they? Crazy. 2002 Colossus, 2003 Nemesis Inferno. Let's go and ride. Oh, you get an awesome view of the coaster going round from here in the queue line. And Nemesis Inferno, just climbing up the volcano now, probably in about 5 minutes or so. So we're going to be riding past the merge point now. Yeah, and talking of the merge point, yeah, they've redone the fast track queue down there as well, as you can see, like put a new little ramp in. Yeah, you get some great views of the coast. Always looks the part from up here, doesn't it, Inferno? Well, I'll see you when I come off.
I see.
nemesis Inferno. It's riding so good, that coaster now. I'll always remember how disappointed I was when I came here when it first opened. It just didn't really pack much of a punch. Now, all these years later, oh, it's riding great. 19 years of operation here at Thorpe Park. And yeah, you know what? It's smooth, but yeah, it's a lot more intense than it used to be, especially later on in the ride. And that final helix before the brake run, brilliant, it really is. Unfortunately, there was no mist effects working in the volcano tunnel. However, hopefully they can get them on again soon, because they do really add to the overall experience. But yeah, it's a great layout for that ride. I do really enjoy it, and it's one of them that gets better year upon year, in my opinion. I've also just had a ride on Detonator Bombs Away, the drop tower here at the park. Well worth going on because it's forceful, and you also get some absolutely fantastic views across the park. Here we go. Well, here's me thinking the stage was set up ready for the event. Yeah, it's literally for entertainment throughout the day. Got a bit of a dance party going on down here. Opening day 2022. What a great atmosphere. Yeah, and it's really good to see more entertainment here at Thorpe Park. Brilliant. This weather today is absolutely wonderful, it really is. It's like summer's come early, it really is, and we're only in the spring. I look at Storm Surge just over there, it's had a bit of downtime, but yeah, it's literally just reopening. And right opposite Storm Surge, you've got the new addition for this year, it's High Striker. So yeah, this used to be known as Lumber Jump, of course located in Old Town. And yeah, it's been relocated down here to Amity, right opposite Storm Surge. And I've got to say, it looks brand new. They've done a really good job of High Striker. And yeah, you can hear the audio as well. Very nice. It's kind of got a boardwalk kind of vibe to it, of course, with it being themed to a boardwalk game, you know. You can see all the numbers up the side just there. Yeah, they've done a really good job of it. Yeah, it looks great. Obviously, you got the fencing all around here as well. But yeah, I'm loving the music. I just think that makes it more of a package. Oh, bit of an announcement playing then as well, which is cool. To be honest, this looks nearly ready to go. I mean, yes, you've still got the steps up at the back there, but I don't think it's going to be too long until we see this open. Of course, still saying spring 2022 on there, but yeah, we look pretty much ready to go. I mean, a little bit of clearance in the queue line. This is all in place just here as well. And yeah, here's a look at the height restrictions for it just there. Minimum of 0.9. And of course, you've got to be, yeah, must be accompanied by an adult age 16 plus if you're between 0.9 and 1.1. So yeah, there's the restrictions for you. It looks good. It's got a queue time board that's nicely themed. And there's a look at the logo for it as well. And yeah, this is quite interesting. Yeah, I really like the look of it. Brilliant. Of course, you've got Amity radio cars. It's just kind of come onto the side of it here really nicely and made it a bit of a mini area, really. I really like this. I think it looks great. Yeah, all the branding for it, kind of like a boardwalk game, like I say. So I reckon this is literally nearly ready to open. Probably days away from opening, I'd imagine, when you look at it. But all the music's great. And yeah, just the overall look of it. Thorpe Park have done a great job. In my opinion, it's a shame they couldn't have relocated Timber Tugboat down here instead of it going to Chessington. And also as well, if Rocky Express did have some life left in it, put that down here as well. Because yeah, it would have been nice to have had a few kind of family rides in this area, especially with Storm Surge being next to it. But still, I'm really happy they've kept this. I think it's a great addition, and you're going to get some awesome views looking over the park as well from High Striker when it opens. I've got such a soft spot for Rush. You just see some off-ride footage there of it in action. And yeah, and he waited 5 minutes. Brilliant ride that is. It might not swing anywhere near as much as it used to and have the same kick, but I still love it. I've got a right soft spot for it. Great flat ride, only a 5-minute wait. On the busy days, they just get really popular. So yeah, it was good to not wait very long for it. I may even have another re-ride on there today. But yeah, the flat rides aren't really that busy today. Zodiac's 5 minutes over there, so I'll have a go on there. Same with Vortex and also Quantum. So yeah, you've got the 4 flat rides down here in the corner of Lost City that I absolutely love, all nicely themed in. I really hope that Alton Towers get some nice themed flat rides again in the future. We can keep our fingers crossed, can't we? But yeah, I'll put in a little bit of off-ride footage of these in action just down here, and yeah, I'll go and have a go on these flats. Just did all 4 flat rides in about half an hour down in that corner, which isn't bad going for Thorpe Park, because even the flats do get quite busy on the peak days. So yeah, I'm really glad that I got them in. Always great to get back on Quantum as well. That's another one of my favourites. Anyway, let's go and talk about merchandise, shall we? We're going to have a little look inside the Thorpe Mega Store. Well, it's good to see the mug collection is still really prominent here at Thorpe Park. Alton Towers have still got some mugs, but not anywhere near as many as they used to. So we've got a massive mug collection here in the Mega Store. Got like the Swarm one at the top there, and £12 for those that you can see, quite expensive. £10 for these a little bit further down. But yeah, you can see quite a few there for Darren Brown. The Colossus one I really like, that's in my collection. So is the Thorpe Park Ranger Club just there as well. You got all sorts of water bottles over here. Saw the Ride bottle and the Colossus there, £10 for those. Stealth one's quite nice there, isn't it, as well? There's some really cool stuff available. I quite like the teddy bear just over here. He's nice, isn't he? Thorpe Park on the front, £16. Embroidered logo down there on his paw as well. Big part of the parks are the resins, and yeah, same as Alton Towers, they've got a big selection of resins just here. £9 for your resins. Samurai one just there, the tidal wave one that you can see, and also flying fish. They're very colourful. They're not my favourite resins then, but I do appreciate how they've got them. Of course, you've got the trophies there, £6.50, and a huge clothing range just over here as well, as you can see. So yeah, some more new designs for this year. Seems like they've really refreshed a lot of the clothing at the parks. I'm not too sure on this one because it's just unbranded. Yeah, I'm really not sure on that. It's not really my sort of shirt. But yeah, you can see all these here a bit more subtle. As you can see, they're all kind of following that park vibes kind of merch that we had last year, as you can see. But yeah, some nice stuff with the Swarm just there. Stealth, that's a really cool one. The colours on there are awesome. Really like those. Your Thorpe Park socks available as well. And yeah, you got loads of other merch just over here. Saw the Ride selection just over here. Want to play a game? They're quite a nice collection. I love that Stealth shirt. Yeah, that's very nice. £22. Again, it's the colours, I think, for Stealth. Yeah, loads of hoodies here. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff available down here in the shop. Of course, you got pin badges and lanyards over here as well. A little bit of Angry Birds merch in the corner. But yeah, a little look at the merchandise for this year at Thorpe. Yeah, I quite like the retro pin badges there, of course, with the Thorpe Park Rangers on there. And yeah, loads of the old attractions. Vortex 20, Detonator 20. Yeah, like all the commemorative pin badges that they do. Can't see anything for Colossus though, which is interesting. No, just got the standard Colossus rolling one there. Maybe there might be some more merch later in the year. That's normally the case with the parks. Things get released a little bit later in the season too. Well, outside the shop then now, and it's only got a 5-minute wait, so I'm amazed. Well, it's one of my least favourite attractions here at the park, but you know what, 5 minutes, it is an indoor coaster after all. The Walking Dead the ride, hashtag bring back X. Honestly, I miss it so much. One of the worst decisions they've made in my opinion, but yeah, still, 5-minute wait, I can't pass that up, because the coaster itself is quite fun, indoor coaster, but yeah, obviously I can't film anything inside the station or anything like that, because yeah, you have to put your bags in the baggage hold just on the outside here. But yeah, I'd love to see this rethemed again in the future. That's the problem with IPs like The Walking Dead, you know, stuff goes out of date, and I really feel like this is already quite a dated attraction. But I'll see you when I come off, 5-minute wait, and then yeah, gonna head round towards the ghost train. So yeah, I have a ride there on The Walking Dead, and it's got some decent effects in there, but I just feel like that ride and the show building itself has got so much potential now, but it is still good to see them with an indoor roller coaster here at Thorpe Park, especially when the weather's poor. However, that isn't the case today. Yeah, I'd love to see them turn it backwards again, because obviously it used to be X No Way Out, it used to be a backwards coaster, and that was really good fun. And then of course it later went forwards, but you had like all disco music playing in there, lasers, oh, it was brilliant. But yeah, I'd love to see it kind of go back to that, and that would fit with the vibes feel of Thorpe Park. Maybe they could even call it just Vibes or Vibe the Coaster or something like that. But anyway, before I head back to Derren Brown, just got enough time to get on the Flying Fish. 5-minute wait for this awesome power coaster. Let's go. An awesome ride there on the Flying Fish as always, and yeah, even a 4-lap special there, that's what you want. Anyway, I've made my way over to Derren Brown's Ghost Train, Rise of the Demon, got my time slot that I booked earlier on, of course, from the QR code out the front of the entrance, and yeah, 5-minute wait now, so yeah, really good, looking forward to getting back on this, and let's see if everything's working as it should do. Well, I've just had the most unique ride I've ever had on Derren Brown's Ghost Train since it opened. So obviously I was waiting there to get on, and there was a few other groups there as well. And then in typical Derren Brown fashion, the ride went down. So I thought, well, you know, there's 20 minutes to go till ride close. They said if you want to come back before ride close, feel free. However, we don't know if we're going to be able to fix it. So I went and grabbed a KFC, which was absolutely delicious, by the way. Nice boneless banquet. And then, yeah, went back to the ride, 2 minutes to 5, made my way in, and there was another couple in front of me as well. They went into the queue, so there would have just been the 3 of us riding, but they got fed up of waiting, even though it was about 5 minutes in total, so not long. So literally I was on my own. So yeah, I managed to ride Derren Brown's Ghost Train on my own, which was a very unique experience, and to be honest, it made it full on immersive because it still had all the actors in there as well in between the 2 VR scenes. And yeah, I've never had that before since that ride opened. So yeah, to be honest, it was a good laugh, that was, and fair play to the Thorpe Park staff for actually running it. I thought they might have just said, I was waiting for it, to be honest, waiting for them to say, you're on your own, do you mind if we don't run it, because it's a 15-minute full experience, but they did. So fair play to the Thorpe Park staff, because that's great. Like, you know, if they'd have said that to me, I'd have thought, well, you know what, it's the end of the night anyway, that's perfectly fine, I've been on it before. But no, that was a really nice thing what they did there, just running it. And to be honest, it was running great. Of course, the VR worked, I had a headset straight away that worked. Of course, lots of actors in between in the middle scene. And then, yeah, right at the end as well with the demon. So no, it was awesome, that was. Great way to wrap up. Hey, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Great, keep on watching. It was a great way to wrap up a fantastic day here at the park. Got on the 5 big coasters. Well, I've done all the coasters here at the park as well, all 7, because I did Walking Dead and Flying Fish. Done my favourite flat rides down there, and all in the lovely sunshine as well. Share with you plenty of updates as well on what has been a fantastic opening day for the park. I'm sure me and Charlotte will be back down here again soon to get on more rides, because you've got to think, there's plenty of water rides here at Thorpe Park, so yeah, Charlotte will definitely be getting on them this year. She secretly loves them. But overall, fantastic day, a little bit busier than what I was expecting, but right at the the end there with Darren Brown. That just made it, because yeah, we made it full on 110% immersive, and I very much enjoyed it. But there we go. Thanks for joining me. Thorpe Park opening day. Look forward to returning and getting on High Striker and all of the events that they're going to be running here at the park this year as well. So I'll see you tomorrow in the next video, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding.